What's going on, guys? I'm live here at GalaxyCon in Louisville, Kentucky with the creator of Gamora, Drax, Thanos, and everybody's favorite troll, Pip, and the dude that killed Robin. And we're going to get to that in just a second. But everybody, please welcome Jim Starlin. Jim, thank you, sir, for taking the time with me. I appreciate that.
My pleasure.
Yeah. So I would be remiss, my fans would kill me if I didn't ask you how Louisville's treated you this weekend.
Oh, Louisville's fine. I didn't get out as much as I wanted to because busy here at the convention, but it's the last convention I'm doing of the season. And
okay.
I'm running a little on low battery power, but I've had a good time here, and I've enjoyed myself immensely.
Good deal. It's a little bit different than Luca, Italy, I hear.
Yes, there's a lot less walking here, and a lot less rain.
Okay, well, what I was getting at is apparently you were pretty revered in Luca, Italy. There was an incident in the men's bathroom, I heard.
Well, there was 3 of them actually, where you get followed in and somebody wants signatures while you're at the urinal. That's kind of off-putting.
It is.
It makes you want to turn around and protest.
I guarantee it. So did you give them?
On the first one, I eventually did, and then they started sending handlers along with me to the bathroom to keep people away.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
But you're a pretty big deal there, apparently. Pretty big deal everywhere. I don't mean that, but Italy was, you were rock star status, apparently.
They don't have a lot of cartoonists coming over that way for the States. Not a lot of Thanos people there.
Right. That's awesome. Well, now that you brought Thanos up, I hate to be the guy that asked you, but Thanos, ever since I was probably 12 years old, was one of my favorite villains. I have to ask you because when I was telling people that I was going to get a chance to talk to you, I asked them, like, what questions would you want me to ask? And it was almost an overwhelming majority want to know your thoughts on the character that you created as opposed to the one that was on screen. Whereas your creation was more of a nihilist, and Thanos that the MCU did was almost kind of a relatable character. Just his methods were extreme. What would you think?
Well, anybody who expects their literary translation to go over as a carbon copy to a film project is just out of their mind.
Right. Sure.
It's not going to happen.
Right.
So I came in there with the attitude right off the bat that there are going to be changes. Let's see where they're going with it and why they do it. And I was very fortunate in the fact that Marcus and McFeely, who did the screenplay, and then Joe Russo's, when we were on the set, very open about what was going on and why they did things, and I was stunned at how open they were.
Really?
Because what the first thing you do when you get on the set is you have to sign a non-disclosure form.
Sure, absolutely.
And, excuse me, it hadn't occurred to me that all these guys signed theirs like 3 years ago and hadn't had anybody to talk to. So as soon as I got on the set, they cornered me and wanted to fill me in on everything, which I thought was great.
Yeah, they were pretty excited then, yeah?
Yeah, and so I had I knew why they didn't do Myster's death, because they didn't want to do the abstract entities just yet.
Sure.
Which they'll be changing as more of these Doctor Strange comes out. So I suspect we have a chance of seeing Myster's death down the line eventually.
Right, awesome.
What do I think of it?
Yeah, were you pleased with how Thanos turned out, or would you like to see him different?
I never had Josh Brolin on my radar at all.
I don't think any of us did.
I thought it was just going to be a voiceover role, and I was picturing something like a post-cancerous Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Sure.
Or Idris Elba doing his Luther voice, like that. And but now that I've seen Josh in that role, I can't imagine anybody else playing it.
Right, he nailed it.
I mean, for a guy who's only my size, the way he moved around on the set, he looks like he weighs a half a ton.
Right.
And it was just from him looking at the comics and saying, this is the way this character moves.
Right.
And I was really, the first 15 minutes of the movie, Infinity War, I was going, God, this guy's really got this down.
Yeah, he really does.
Yeah, so I was pleased. It's not following the letter of the character,
Sure.
but it's certainly the spirit of it. And
absolutely.
After finishing off 18 movies, what else could you do?
Right.
They did a terrific job. I haven't complained to the world except about Thanos helicopter blade at the end.
Sure, sure.
I hate that.
You do?
Oh, I'm never going to forgive them for that.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm told. I actually was on a panel saying this in San Diego, and later on I found that Tony Russo was out in the audience.
Oh, wow. He was at the panel.
He was at the panel, apparently. It was out in San Diego, and later on that evening I saw him, and we both got a big laugh out of it.
Oh, I bet.
He knew I wasn't taking it seriously.
Sure, sure. I want to talk about, because I just recently heard this, and I want to get your take on it. So, DC wanted to give a character AIDS to kill it off.
Yeah, I sort of blew that secret.
Well, what do you mean you blew that? So you were lobbying for Robin to get rid of Robin.
For Robin because they put a suggestion box out, and I never got into the chance to stuff it because somebody finally probably said, this is really a terrible idea. So the ballot box disappeared before I showed up with all my ballots. But apparently it was Jimmy Olsen who won.
Right.
And the actor who played him in the Christopher Reeves movie was openly gay, and so they had their second thoughts about it, and the entire project got shelved.
Right.
I've talked about it in the past and never really thought much about it one way or the other, but apparently it's become something over the internet. And
sure.
Certain people are not happy with me for having opened my mouth about it.
Really?
Well, it's not the most flattering story.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true. But so what was your deal with Robin? Why did you feel like, man, Robin's got to go?
Well, if you were going to go out and fight crime and you wore a black and gray outfit, what would you call it if you brought along a kid and dressed him in primary colors?
Bright colors, yeah.
And the only thing he's missing is a sign that says shoot the kid.
Right.
That's child endangerment, if not abuse.
Right, absolutely.
So, yeah, I always had trouble. I tried to keep Robin out of my Batman stories. Denny O'Neil, who was the editor, occasionally pushed me into it, in which case I sort of ended one story with it becoming questionable whether Robin murdered somebody at the end of the story.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but
wow.
I thought he did myself. But,
right.
And that's sort of paved the way for getting rid of him because he wasn't a very popular Robin to begin with.
It's true.
And when I did that story and then he came up with the idea of the vote, he was toast.
Yeah, he really was.
And apparently, what surprised me is how close it was. There's only 72 votes.
72 votes, yeah.
Out of 10,000. It was statistically a tie.
Yeah, that's crazy. DC, the show Titans, just recently did that again with Jason Todd. They had an online vote to kill him or let him live, and it was actually overwhelmingly supportive of letting him live this time.
It's a TV show now.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. We know comic book fans are a little bit more morbid than that, don't we?
I think the term is ghouls.
Fair enough, absolutely.
There goes my readership, sorry.
So I want to talk about you injured your hand.
Yeah, I had a compressed air accident and sort of blew a hole in my hand, and I haven't been drawing for the last 3 years.
Okay. So how was that mentally kind of overcoming something that had been such a part of you? I'm sure it had to have been pretty tough.
Fucked up.
Oh, I bet.
Okay, sorry about that.
No. Trust me, my shows, anything goes.
Years I've been dreaming a lot about drawing.
Really?
And that got me squeezing the ball, continuing to squeeze the ball.
Yeah.
And actually, within the last few weeks, I've sat down and I did a Metal Man cover.
Really?
And it worked out. For a while there, it was like I tried drawing for like 5-10 minutes, I'd cramp up. Got it up to 15, kept getting longer, and this on the Middleman cover, I did a good 3 hours before I finally said, I got to go put this under a cold faucet.
Sure.
And now I'm thinking about trying to do a book again.
Oh, wow, man, that's awesome. That's great.
I'm never going to get to inking again, but I can pencil.
Sure. That's so. Let's segue into that. Do we have something new coming from you fairly soon?
I'm going to do a new Dreadstar graphic novel.
You're going to do a what graphic novel?
New Dreadstar graphic novel.
Oh, awesome.
I have a lot of things in the works with Dreadstar. We just did a big collection of everything I ever did in the past through Ominous Press.
Yes.
It's like a 1,500-page collection, 3 volumes. You can get it through Ominous Press. But I'm going to do probably some new graphic novels through them, and also going to do them with some other artists. I've talked to another really good artist who is going to, who wants to do a book with me, and I'm going to write one for him and then write and draw one for myself.
Awesome.
And so that's the beginning of a new line of Dread Star stories.
Very cool. Very cool. So if you could pick the one artist that you always kind of wanted to work with, but you never really got a chance to, who would that be?
Oh God, I know exactly who I'd like to work with, and I can't think of his name off the top. He's this Italian artist who did some Silver Surfer work back in the 90s.
Okay.
He worked with Ron Mars a lot. He did this wonderful sketch for me, and I'm blanking on his name entirely. And you will have to look it up. I will send you.
I'm pretty sure the chat is probably screaming it out.
Yes,
are they?
You can,
okay.
You can work it underneath the screen, but his real name is later on.
Okay.
All right, and sorry, Claudio.
But that's interesting. But what was it about his work that you liked so much?
Oh, I just thought his exaggeration on the figures.
Sure.
He's just a tremendous draftsman. He did this Silver Surfer job that he inked also with Ron Mars. It's just one of the most beautiful pieces of work. Unfortunately, he's only did like about a handful of jobs for the American comic companies.
Really?
Apparently, he's doing he's done. I'm not exactly sure what he is doing today, but he did a lot of beautiful Italian science fiction work in that.
Awesome.
And he's just this terrific artist. I would have liked to have worked with the story, wrote him a story sometime.
Wow, awesome. We're definitely gonna have to check him out. You got my curiosity really piqued to see his work now. So I hear.
Old age.
Yeah, trust me, I know. My listeners could tell you about how I blank on names and I mispronounce stuff, and trust me, old age is always my go-to. Also, I heard that you and your wife are big Jack Ryan fans.
Big what?
Jack Ryan fans.
Oh, we've been watching the show, yes.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah, no, we just
Love
got
it.
through the second one. They're nicely structured.
So
stories.
you've seen the second season?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it was really good.
Plus, I liked the gal who another name. Rumi something or other. Who she's female lead in the second one.
Okay, yeah.
I liked her since the girl with the Swedish girl with Dragon Tattoo series.
Yes, yeah.
She was very good in that. And, everything I've seen her in since then, I thought she's just been terrific at.
So if you could tell the people 3 books, like novels. I know you're a big novel reader, correct?
Okay.
If there was 3 novels that you would recommend to anybody, who would they be?
Well, outright now, I would recommend. I think it's called the Broken Earth series. Yes,
okay.
The Broken Earth series. Once again, I'm going to blank out on the name of the author. She's a black science fiction writer.
Okay.
Who I heard her on PBS one night. Said, okay, I'm going to check this out. Very imaginative.
Okay.
Dark story about a post-apocalyptic story.
Okay.
The first book is called Fifth Season. That's to start off with.
Okay.
That's one I would recommend. There's a Chinese writer whose name I know, whose I remember. I'm sure I'm going to butcher right now.
Huh?
It's Xiang Li or Lu. Xiang Lu.
La Lu.
He's got a trilogy of novels. The first one is called The Three Body Problem.
Okay.
It is one of the most. It's sort of a throwback to like 1950 science fiction, with an overlay of Chinese political awareness.
Oh,
into
very
it,
cool.
With an alien race that deals in paranoia.
Okay.
And it's a very nice little run that I found just fascinating.
Okay.
Something not in the science fiction line, I would recommend It's Set in the Bayou, and it's something like the song that the Crawdads sing, or the song the Crawdads sing, I think
okay.
is all of it. And it's a terrific little story set in Louisiana, murder mystery.
Murder mystery.
And I think that's one of the best ones I've read in a while, period.
Oh, wow.
Another one which I recommend, which is a harder read, it's called The Overstory, and it's a collection. It's about environmental concerns there's like about 20 characters running through this book, which makes it hard.
Oh, wow,
You have
yeah.
to keep track. And,
Sure.
The farther along this writer goes, the more metaphysical
Uh-huh.
he becomes in his writing. And so sometimes you have to get through halfway through the chapter before you know who he's talking about.
Oh, wow.
But it's really worth the slog because you will look at trees nowhere the same at the end of the thing.
Really?
It's just this fascinating little strange story he built up around all these facts and scientific knowledge about trees that we would never have not thought about.
Wow.
And,
Very
It
cool.
goes from settings, people in patches and redwoods to this woman who's trying to do a sort of a seed spur bank for future generations.
Wow.
So it's a wild story.
That does sound wild. That's crazy.
It would be my full recommendation.
Okay, very, very cool. Jim, I know this is Sunday, and I know you guys are packing up to get out of here. I don't want to keep you any longer. I really appreciate you being on the show, man. Guys, the legend, Jim Starlin.
Very forgetting Jim Starlin.
Thank you, guys. I'll see you this week. Peace.